MyFlorida.com to quit your way. Developed by CDC.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. Holy great deals, Batman. How do we do it? Murray Superstores offer an exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty. So stop paying those big city prices at those big city dealers. Shazam! And we'll trade anything from kitchen mops to laptops. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On May 7th, 1994, in one of the greatest upsets in sports history, the Denver Nuggets defeated the Seattle Supersonics in 5 games to move on to the second round of the playoffs.
This message is brought to you by Community First Credit Union.
Stop for a minute. Relax. Take a breath. Jacksonville is going to be just fine. Things are changing, and change can be difficult sometimes. Change in how we live our lives, how we run our businesses, our jobs, our kids, our schools, our neighborhoods. But this is Jacksonville, and you won't find a more dedicated, compassionate, and caring community anywhere. From Nassau to St. John's, from West Side to the beaches, God knows we can weather a storm, and we can get through this as well. All of us at Community First realize that no one has all the answers to what we're facing. But after more than 80 years in Jacksonville, we do know this. Things get better when people stick together. So that's what we'll do. And we'll get through this to a better, brighter future in Jacksonville.
Hey, Ickett here, relaying some good news. Zero Res received some stimulus funding from the government. And there are 3 things that local owner Dave Benyon wants to do with that money. First, he certainly wants to slow the spread of COVID-19 by making your home cleaner, healthier, and safer. Second, he wants to keep his employees working so they can provide for their families and keep the economy running. And thirdly, he wants to help those in need. So here is his plan. Zero Res is offering 25% off all services. That's the cleaning of the carpets, the area rugs, the tile and grout, the upholstery, everything. This also includes stain protectants, pet-related treatments, granite countertops, and we're talking 25% off everything. Next, you can even submit to Zero Res someone who is in need. They will clean the carpets of one family in need each day, absolutely free. How wonderful is that? Help fight against the spread of COVID, keep the economy going, and help those in need. Call now, 287-5727. That's 287-5727. Zero Res, man, spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean!
At Harrell & Harrell, we believe that success comes from hard work. If you've been injured in an accident, you need a personal injury law firm dedicated to working hard for you. Call us day or night. Harrell & Harrell, 251-1111. Offices, Jacksonville.
Hello, I'm Al Morris, President and CEO of Edwin Watts Golf Shops. While servicing golfers over the past 52 years, through good times and bad, we've never lost sight of our customers. We have taken a number of precautions to ensure a safe shopping environment for you and our team members. We hope to see you in our stores soon, and thank you for your patience and your loyalty. Now let's get out there and play some golf. Edwin Watts Golf Shops, home of the 90-day, 100% satisfaction guarantee.
So, Florida, you may have heard the local legend that if you eat an ear of corn from the farmer outside of town, you'll sprout an extra pinky toe. While we cannot confirm or deny the validity of the +1 pinky toe corn, we can tell you Geico has been saving people money for over 75 years.
I wouldn't want a pinky toe around for over 75 years.
We can agree on that. We can also agree that Geico's longevity is likely due to the fact that they treat people right, like how they're always around when you need them, with 24/7 access to licensed agents.
An extra pinky toe gives you 24/7 access to discomfort.
True words. I imagine Geico will be around for another 75 years if they keep giving people military and federal discounts.
A surplus pinky toe couldn't help you with any of that. It'd be too busy making your shoes fit all weird.
Geico. You could get legendary savings and more at geico.com, over the phone, or at your local office.
1010XL and Mr. Chubby's Wings want to help feed those who are in need or helping us during these trying times. Buy a meal at Mr. Chubby's Wings to help first responders. It's the buy one, give one chance to help others. Go to Mr. Chubby's Wings today.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists is not affiliated with the NFL or the Jacksonville Jaguars. Discussion regarding injuries is solely based on opinion. Coming up, the weekly Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Medical Report featuring Dr. Kevin Murphy, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon specializing in sports medicine, upper extremities, and arthroscopy of the shoulders and knees. Dr. Murphy is a nationally and internationally recognized orthopedic expert. He's a former orthopedic consultant to the White House and the Pentagon, and currently serves as head team physician for UNF, the Jacksonville Icemen, and Northeast Florida area high schools.
Oh, here he is, the man, the myth, the legend. He's Doc Kevin Murphy, best in the business, Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, and our own personal friend. And he's our own personal doctor.
Yes, he is. Doctor.
Doc, how are we doing today?
Good morning, boys.
I have a generic question for you, kind of a procedural question. You may not know the answer to it, so if you want to just take a pass on it, that's fine as well. And I also want to emphasize that I'm asking this question just completely with no editorial bias. I'm just curious what the standard is. But when you deal with something like this, Doc, how do doctors know? How do they know? Is it by percentage of infection? Is it by death rate? But how do you know how to distinguish between COVID-19 and just a bad flu? And how and why is it treated differently?
Well, I'll answer the second part first. The reason you're treating it differently is because it seemingly has a more virulent infection rate. So it infects people more readily. And the end result on the people that we've seen that are more susceptible to it, there seems to be a higher death rate. So I think it's a little more aggressive virus than just the simple flu. But the symptoms, going back to the first part of that, are pretty much the same. So the only way to really evaluate that is to test. And Governor DeSantis has put out a lot of testing sites. And I'll tell you, he really has done a good job getting these test sites out. They're popping up all over now where you can get free testing. I've had people, at our surgery center, all the staff has been tested. All the patients having surgery have to be tested before we operate on them. Everybody walking in the building gets screened with temperature checks and all that stuff, and we're separating people. So all that is being done, but a lot of that is predicated on the testing sites, which are now becoming more available.
When it comes to shutting down businesses or sports or non-essential, and is there a mathematical standard that an illness reaches, or is it by feel? Because, and I ask these because, I think we lose sight sometimes that, this first time in my life anything's ever been shut down over a sickness. First time ever. And now there's been, scares, whether it was HIV or AIDS or back to our parents' age, polio and all that. But so is there a mathematical standard of either infection or contagion, or is it just by feel and recognizing and realizing? Because it can't be just the total number, because correct me if I'm wrong, but the total number of people with the flu is still outpacing what the total number of people with the COVID will end up being, I think. It was 59 million in 09. That's what I'm going by. I mean, by a pandemic amount.
Yeah, the numbers may be skewed this year because a lot of them are just being attributed to COVID without truly testing them. But to your point, I think they're trying to do it as a mathematical equation, but as the denominator increases, the more people that have it but aren't symptomatic, and the less people that are admitted to the hospital and more precisely end up in the ICU, the risk becomes much less and the comfort level becomes much higher. But the harsh reality of this is we've shut things down based on numbers that were way overblown from the beginning, and we overshot it on shutting things down, and now I think they're realizing that and bring things back. But as we bring it back, people's comfort level is the big thing to say. My wife, her 83-year-old mother here lives in town. She doesn't want to go out and do anything.
Right.
I change when I come home from work. I wear scrubs every day, so she makes me change in the garage and put my stuff in the laundry room right away, and then I go right to the shower, and she's spraying me down with Lysol everywhere. She's concerned. I think overly concerned. She's not going to get if she got it, she's not going to get overly sick. And so I think the concern level, and if you show that in your businesses that, you're providing masks and you're distancing and hand washing, all that stuff, I think people can safely go back. I know they can safely go back now. I just think the concern level needs to be lowered by showing that this is all in place. And to that point, I think I said this before, I had a letter written out, but as the medical system recovers,
right,
that's a big deal, because much like guys going into combat, they want to be assured that their medical system's in place so that if they get injured, they get taken care of. And I think that's the point where a lot of people going, if they get this,
right,
am I going to be able to get taken care of? Well, if the hospitals are all shut down because we closed them and they aren't doing elective surgery and they're out of business, well, that's not good. So this needs to get ramped back up. People need to start getting their care taken care of, from their mammograms to their colonoscopies, all those things, and get back to their health care. Because once that's firmly in place, I think we'll have a better security level of going back and doing normal things.
What happened in the last 10 years between, because that swine flu in 2009 was declared a pandemic, and I barely register it happening. There was no daily life was changed. What happened in the last 10 years, or is it just strictly based on what the worst case scenario of COVID would be compared to the swine flu?
Well, I think what happened was the areas in like Italy, for example, that got pummeled, and a lot of those people, they have 3 generations of families living in the same house, and one person got infected and the whole house gets infected and the old person in the house died. And so they had a huge death rate all of a sudden, and it hit them really quick, and their hospitals were overrun. And so that image created this panic, as opposed to the initial SARS didn't do that. So I think this one is more virulent and more aggressive to that end, which created this bigger worry and the hype about it that caused all this shutdown.
Well, and I'm looking at this swine flu. There were 60 million in the U.S. that had it. There have only been 1.26 million with the COVID so far, but there's already been more COVID deaths out of 1.26 million than there were out of the entire 60 million swine flu. So they can, I guess the lesson is not every pandemic is the same.
Right. This one seems to be more virulent and cause more death to the elderly.
Yeah. Hey, Doc, last June, Kevin Durant tore his Achilles. And by all accounts, he's healthy and ready to play basketball. And if the NBA comes back, there's some discussion whether he may or may not come back. Medically speaking, he's probably cleared by now, yes?
Yes.
Yeah. How long does it take?
Yeah, he should be fine.
Yeah, how long would it take to come back and be 100% or be cleared by a doctor from an Achilles surgery?
He's, probably 9 months is probably the number.
Yeah, so he's 11 months, and they won't come back till June. It would almost be a year. And so I guess, and then, by the way, they may delay the start of the NBA next year to December, which would mean he'd be out for 18 months. Why not come play if you're medically cleared? You love the game. Why not give it a shot? I mean, it would obviously, you're the 7th seed, so if you lose, it's no big deal. I'm having a hard time figuring out why he wouldn't play.
Well, if he's not ready at 18 months, he's never going to be ready. So
right.
He's ready. It's a matter of, whether, they don't want to go through the same PR issue they had before where you send him back and he has some other new injury.
Right.
And they pin it on that. The medical team did a bad job, but he has to be ready to play. At worst case, 12 months, 18 months. Either the surgery didn't work and he's never going to be good,
right,
or he just doesn't want to play.
Yeah, but you can't. It would almost be medically impossible to pin it on that injury causing something else. Is that fair to say or no?
Well,
in other words, if he came back at 12 months and he's medically cleared, go ahead. Now, say what you're saying.
Yeah, there's some stats that once you've had a big injury, an ACL, an Achilles, something big, that when you come back, your body may not be fully adapted and you're more prone to another injury. But if you're fully recovered, which he should be at 12 months, that risk goes down to almost zero.
Right. All right. Anything else, Doc? I think we got it, right?
Yeah, hopefully we get going on some sports here.
Amen to that, my man.
I got one question online that someone's asking of you, Doc. But if someone has very bad elbow pain, what should they do other than call Southeast Orthopedic Specialists and hook up with one of your doctors? Also, does it often involve surgery? And how does the surgery and recovery work? Now, I've had terrible elbow pain. Mine ended up being tendonitis. So first of all, you don't have to naturally assume you'll have to have surgery. But how long is an elbow recovery, though, typically, Doc?
Yeah, now, to your point, that is the most common thing, tennis elbows or medial epicondylitis, usually an inflammatory thing, unless there's some big specific injury. So it sounds like it's probably a tennis elbow type problem, which honestly can take, a really long time to get better if you don't treat it right. So some of the things when you're lifting things, we went through this with you, palm up, not palm down to lift things, don't squeeze and grip. And if it's persistent, get in and get it treated, because the sooner you get it on top of it, the quicker it may go away.
All right, Doc. Well, we appreciate it, man. Thanks as always, and have a great day.
All right, boys. Can't wait to get back in the studio with you.
Can't wait to see you.
Come on. Well, you're loud, I think, right? We can have him. See Tommy Mack every Friday. Come on, Doc. All right, this is The Drill. That is Inside the Injury Report with Doc Kevin Murphy. That's Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, because they're just too big for one name. JackSportsDoc.com. We're only halfway home, gang. Much more to come. We'll still see what's trending a little bit later this morning. And more. I believe we have a dime bet payoff update as well that we'll kick around. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Jacksonville's Golf Station.
Yes, it is. Oh, wow.
1010XL, 92.5 FM.
Blue here for Key Buick GMC. Now is the time to drive like a pro in the new GMC Sierra 1500 and save up to $13,000. That's 23% off. Hey, it's a truck I own, the truck I love. Plenty in the lot right now. Now, as always, when you go to Key Buick GMC, whenever you purchase a brand new Buick or GMC, it always comes with the lifetime powertrain warranty. We are professional grade. Visit us today across the street from Tinseltown, Southside and Gate.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Multi-unit hair grafting is now available at IHRS and can give you 3 times more hair in one procedure over a traditional hair transplant.
Multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
You can grow your hair back with this exclusive new procedure. Call now for your free evaluation and see if multi-unit hair grafting or PRP can restore your hair. Call 904-777-IHRS.
My bald spots are gone. Thanks, IHRS.
IHRS is the only clinic in the Southeast to offer all proven solutions to restore your hair and is now offering multi-unit hair grafting. One procedure, more hair.
You've got nothing to lose but more hair. I feel younger, I look younger, and who doesn't want to feel better about themselves?
This year, grow your hair back. Call for a free evaluation. Call IHRS 904-777-IHRS 777-4477.
Hi, I'm Don with J-Dog Junk Removal. In light of today's health concerns, we want you to know we are taking the required safety precautions during the removal process. As veterans, we always go above and beyond. You create the stack, and we can be in and out quick, or we can help any homeowner safely declutter.
J-Dog is now extending their friends and family discount to everyone in Jax. Through May 15th, you'll get 20% off junk hauls. 20% off at J-Dog Junk Removal. Offer may not apply to minimum orders. Call for qualification details.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
I'm just going to throw this out there. Your pets are sick of you. Yeah, they've noticed the isolation and the pandemic, and you know what they need? They need a little stimulation, and they need a trip to Pet Paradise, where they are still open as essential business. Look, I don't mean to make light. Pet Paradise right now is a very important service that's open, especially for your healthcare professionals out there, first responders. They're still offering deals throughout the end of May. 50% off day camp and boarding services for healthcare workers. Again, through the end of May. They have curbside drop-off. They have deep cleanings in their lobby multiple times a day. Grooming, veterinary services, play dates, day camp. They've got it all at Pet Paradise. and they're doing it to really pitch in and help those that need it right now. $20 camp days, that's for everyone, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right now. And right now, by the way, pre-purchase, you can get boarding nights 35% off regular rates that can be used through the end of October. So get a 3-night or 5-night bundle today. Go to petparadise.com for more information and to find the location nearest you.
If you're injured, you need to hear this message. All law firms are not the same, and the law firm you choose can make a huge difference. So how do you choose which firm to represent you? I'm Mike Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Here's my advice. Do your research. Find the firm with the most experience, the best results, with the resources and track record of delivering exceptional service. As America's largest injury law firm, we have thousands of employees, unrivaled technology, investigators, experts, and an army of over 500 lawyers across the country. We are everywhere for everyone. We have the resources to take on the biggest fights and the biggest bullies. Last year alone, over 2 million people like you called Morgan & Morgan in their time of need. And our firm recovered over $7 billion for our clients. So after an injury, who would you choose? Results matter. Reputation matters. Choices matter. There's only one, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.com.
Dial pound law on your cell. Pound law, that's all.
Offices, Jacksonville.
Attention, architects, engineers, and property managers, give your concrete structures new life with some CPR. CPR Contracting doesn't patch your concrete problems, it solves them. CPR restores and protects all concrete structures. So if the building is 1 story or 40 high, a bridge 1 mile or 10 miles long, CPR is long on the experience to fix it right. Local, licensed, insured, bonded, and drug-free. CPR is the concrete contractor you need to get to know. Also working with other general contractors. Find them at cprcontracting.com.
Hi, this is Lisa the Botanista from the Freedom Boat Club, where we anchor your worries away. Freedom, that's what you deserve after a hard day's work. But you know, you're still not sure about this whole no maintenance, no cleaning, no hassle boating and how it really works? So come to our open house this weekend, 10 to 4, take a free boat ride, talk to our members. Follow our Facebook page at Freedom Boat Club, Jacksonville, Jacksonville Beach, and St. Augustine to find out where you can get a free boat ride this weekend. Or check us out at freedomboatclub.com.
With your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm V41010XL. This update brought to you by The Best Bet. It's schedule release day. The NFL schedule will be released tonight. Television special, 8 o'clock Eastern on NFL Network. John Clayton, NFL insider, during a radio appearance on Pittsburgh's 93.7 The Fan, says that the NFL will start the season with the first 4 games being the interconference matchups for each teams. In case those games need to be postponed or canceled, wouldn't affect playoff positioning. So if that's the case, then the Jags' first 4 games will be, in some order, home against Chicago and Detroit, and road trips to Green Bay and Minnesota. The NFL also sending a memo to its teams telling them to have their facility reopening protocols in place by May 15th. It's 57 degrees at 8:06. Time and temperature brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
Take it, Mr. T.
This is an all-timer here. Get your mom, bring her to the radio right now, and let her know that this is how you feel about her.
Mother.
There is no other.
M is for the...
This is unbelievable. Listen to the lyrics here. This has to be a Mr. T written special.
No other like mother, so treat her right.
Treat her right.
Mother, I always love her.
Always.
Always.
My mother.
Way rhymes.
Treat her right.
Magic.
Treat her right. M is for the moan and the miserable groan from the pain that she felt when I was alone. O is for the oven with the burning heat, where she stood making sure I had something to eat.
That's right.
T is for the time that she stayed up at night and took my temperature when I wasn't feeling right.
Very important right now.
H is for the hard-earned money she spent to keep clothes on my back and try to pay the rent. E is every wrinkle I put on her face and every worry that I caused when I stayed out late.
What's R for?
The last letter R is that she taught me respect, and for the room up in heaven that I know she'll get.
True words.
Mother. There is no
Never
other.
been
At the very, it just goes down. I mean, you can't top M is for the moan and the groan when I
Yeah.
was bone. You can't beat that one. The moans from the bones, baby.
O's for the oven. I mean, there's a lot of things.
Burning heat.
That is, again, that's a man right there, Mr. T, that loves his mother.
Hey, Willie Mays had a birthday the other day, and I was curious about, we always remember the Vic Wertz catch, right? What do you remember about the Vic Wertz catch? Like, what off the top of your head do you remember?
Well, it's pretty self-explanatory. A basket catch over his head, like dead over his head.
Hermes running deep to center. It was deep as hell. and he
When,
caught it over his
how,
back.
where, who?
Oh, I know. It's like it's like the 50s. It's a World Series game,
Yeah.
probably like a game one even.
Against who?
Is it the Cardinals maybe?
No, it's the last time for a long time. One of those teams that long-suffering teams.
Phillies?
Indians.
Indians. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Vic Wertz. I knew he was an Indians broadcaster. I knew. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So I remember it as
Game one.
It was game one. Yeah.
It's 2-2.
And
It's
he
the eighth inning.
catches it on the warning track.
I always thought like the Polo Grounds had a weird configuration.
I think the
and
left.
so deep center field was like they had like a 475, 480. So the announcer said Wertz hit it like 460 feet, and Willie played shallow center. So there's always been the argument that this is the greatest catch in baseball history. Now, the other great thing that Willie did, which was there was runners on first and second at the time, and there was either nobody out or one out. And let's see, the top of the eighth, Sal Magley, the barber, by the way, walked Larry Doby. Al Rosen singled. That runners on first and second. Yeah, nobody out. And he brings in the
By the way, Larry Doby, Al Rosen, both
big names,
lifetime baseball men.
Big names. Larry Doby
was the first black
first
manager.
African American player in the American League. If I'm
That's
not
what it was.
Yeah. So anyway, first and second, nobody out. Leo DeRocher is the Giant skipper. He comes out, gets the lefty in to pitch to Wertz. Wertz works the count to 2-1. Whack, smokes one. Would have been a home run just about anywhere. Willie gets on his horse, turns around, goes and catches it, the over-the-shoulder basket, like this, like a basket catch. But then had the brain, the baseball knowledge to wheel as he caught it and fire it back, which Doby was off and running, thinking it's, over his head. So Doby had to haul back to second. So, in other words, they weren't able to tag up. Like, if Doby had played it differently,
Second, third,
he might have been able to score from second.
Yeah.
I mean, it was hit so far. And so then they brought in another guy. The joke was that the relief pitcher goes, well, I got my guy. So he comes out.
No problem.
And Jack Brickhouse called the game on television for NBC along with Russ Hodges.
Another old name, Jack Brickhouse.
Beef, do you have that? You can't find that, can you? Jack Brickhouse's call on Willie Mays.
Who did Jack Brickhouse become the voice of? Because
Cubs,
I've heard
right?
that name. Is that who it is?
I think he was a longtime Cubs, if I'm not mistaken. But Cubs or Cardinals?
I think it's Cubs.
Jack Brickhouse.
Yeah.
When you watch a Cubs game at Wrigley, on the foul poles where it says, hey, that was his signature.
Okay. All right. In 2007, a physicist calculated that if the temperature had been 77 degrees rather than 75, the ball would have traveled 2 inches farther, and the catch might have not been completed.
I think he could make another 2 inches, and even 2 feet. I think Willie's going to close on that either way.
And the other thing is, I mean, he's on a dead run. He's got a foot on the warning track when he catches.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's up against. And by the way, this is not a soft wall.
Yeah, it's probably brick.
Yeah. So anyway, they're talking about Willie Mays and the catch, and
I don't know
I
why
always
that
like to go look at.
There's a long drive, way back in center field, way back. It is Willie Mays just brought this crowd to its feet with a catch, which must have been an optical illusion to a lot of people.
Wow.
How good is that?
Why is there some
so deep, man?
He crushed that ball.
Is there some sort of anniversary or something? I've seen that Willie Mays.
Birthday.
It's his
Willie's
birthday. Okay, that's what it is. Because I've seen it played. I also saw ESPN this morning on SportsCenter the top 10 at the there's no sports going on, so the top 10 they're taking like different categories. And they did the top 10 baseball players all time.
Yeah.
Okay. How do I phrase this? Do I ask a question? Do I just make a comment? Can the second and seventh best baseball players of all time not be in the Hall of Fame? Is baseball making a mistake with Clemens and Bonds? I mean, what are we doing? It sounds just ridiculous. And the further we get away, I mean, Clemens, Bonds, and 50% of the league were on steroids.
No,
Enough
we don't know the numbers. I don't know. It's not a slam dunk to me now. Look, Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame too.
Yeah.
So
he was 10th.
Yeah.
10th best player of all time.
Yeah.
Clemens was 7th best player of all time.
Yeah.
And Bonds, I thought, too high at second all time.
Yeah.
I would put Aaron ahead of him. They had Aaron 4th. I thought they had Mays 3rd. I mean,
who made the best catch in
modern?
No, for your Atlanta Braves that you remember.
There's been a lot of good ones, but the one that stands out,
easy.
The one that stands out most to me is in the pennant stretch of one of the early years. Otis Nixon ran up the wall. You probably remember that place.
Yes.
In center field, he ran up the
Yeah,
wall,
like Bo does.
Yeah, and then extended at the end, and he robbed a home run. So
Otis Nixon made the last out in the World Series against the Blue Jays.
Yeah, he bunted, idiot.
Yeah. I was at that game. I remember that. It was so funny. Local television. We were at that game. I went on the field as the Blue Jays celebrated your championship. Andy Chavez made the greatest catch in Mets history. And by the way, Agee and Swoboda had unbelievable catches in '69 that saved the World Series. But Andy Chavez's catch might be probably the best catch I've ever seen.
You got to remind me, when was this?
It's
that's pretty recent.
Game 7 of the NLCS against the Cardinals. Climbed the wall,
Right
went up
field?
and over, double play, threw out a runner at first base, left field. He caught the top of the baseball. He jumped like 40
Andrew
feet.
Jones made a lot of catches.
Yeah.
Really.
You don't remember Andy Chavez's catch? You'll see it and you'd remember.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, that was a long time ago. And in fact, I think we were on the. Is that the one where
06.
they beat you with the walk-off? Same game?
It wasn't a walk-off, but Heileman gave up a homer to Yadi Molina.
Same
That's why
game?
that's why
I think I may have been on the road. Remember I had like a baseball because I ended up calling you the next day or
cursed
something?
Yadi Molina forever.
So I'm not sure I saw that game. I'll tell you, the really, though, they just don't stand out as much.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer the straight-on sprint, dive, extend catch. That impresses me more than the
You know
climb
what?
the wall
One of the best
catch.
catches I ever saw, and for some reason sticks in my head, and I'd have to go look at. But Jim Edmonds did one of those straight back, like Willie Mays.
He had a very similar one.
You guys remember that?
Onto the warning track,
right?
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
a good
Yeah.
memory?
When he was with the Angels, right?
Yeah, it was Jim
Yeah.
Edmonds.
No, I remember that
Well, now
one.
I know for being a dirty, dirty cheater on his wife from Real Housewives.
That also a factor.
Yeah.
Jim Edmonds also does Cardinal baseball, but he's and probably was beloved. But as we learn more about Jim Edmonds, we learn that he's not
Just
such
give
a
Earl
great guy.
Thomas a call. He's got extra room.
Yeah, Jim and Earl can hang out. So we have an answer on the dime bet. Is that correct, Beef?
That's correct, Dan.
All right, so let's set this up. So we have the dime bet board. Pross lost a dime bet. He had to spin the wheel. It was a Friday 5-pack, twofer. And the second one came up on, we all agreed, and it was a good thing. It was taking Little Beef, the petite, to Chuck E. Cheese one afternoon. The whole idea being some of the...
Trying to add some fun for him and some punishment for me.
Yeah, it is. I mean, look, it's Pross having to
I've done my
drive out
6-year-olds, yeah.
Yeah, he's done, having to drive all the way over, get the little fella, go to Chuck E. Cheese where there's screaming, all kinds of craziness
Just
going on,
insanity.
and having to dig into his wallet, which I also enjoy.
Also a
so
factor.
all positives for
I did have the kid on a salary cap. If it makes you feel better, it'll probably cost more to do the second thing.
Okay. So anyway, Pross then offered up in a solution, which is fair because Chuck E. Cheese is closed right now and wants to get the dime bet taken care of so we can move on to the more dime bets, which we have a few in play. I said, how about if I take the kids surf fishing one day? And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's, I'm not, blah, blah, blah. And Beef said, well, why don't we let the kid decide? And I said, okay, well, that's fair. So what would the kid rather do? So Beef
Because he said if he wants to go to Chuck E. Cheese, then we'll just wait. When Chuck E. Cheese is open,
Right.
I'll go over there, and
So
we'll take him to Chuck E.
Beef
Cheese.
asked him the question last night, unbeknownst to us. We don't know the outcome. We are now to hear.
Apparently, there's a whole reveal. He's got a reveal video.
A one-on-one.
Is it like pink and blue powder or something different?
No,
Okay.
it's just a sit-down exclusive
A
one-on-one.
sit-down exclusive one-on-one.
Was this before or after your Twitter beef with the the
Before,
fans
I
of the
would
little
say.
girl?
Just before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just before.
Well, you're still in a good mood.
Maybe he
hour
was in a
before.
bad mood. That's why he attacked poor Jackie Ivanko.
She can go to hell.
I think I know what he's going to say. I'm just getting a sense. Do you have a guess?
I have no sense at
I
all.
have a sense just based on how coy he's being what the answer
You
is.
think it's Chucky?
I think it's fishing.
You think it's
I
fishing?
think that's what the
Well,
kid's about
okay.
to say.
Let's see.
Logan,
What?
do you remember the arrangement you had with Mr. Jeff?
No.
Where Mr. Jeff was supposed to
Damn
take
it.
you somewhere?
Yes.
Where was he supposed to take you?
Chuck E. Cheese.
Now, Chuck E. Cheese is not open right now, right?
Yes.
Why?
Because of the coronavirus.
Right.
Very good.
Mr. Jeff wanted to give you a choice. If you really want to go to Chuck E. Cheese, he will wait, and when Chuck E. Cheese is open, he will take you.
Okay.
Or if you would like, he's offering to one morning in the next couple weeks, you and me and Mr. Jeff will go down to the beach, and he will take you surf fishing. So that's where you stand on the beach, you catch fish in the ocean.
We're going fishing.
So, but it's your choice. He said it's up to you.
Okay.
Surf fish.
You want to surf fish?
Yes.
You want to go fishing with Mr. Jeff?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I need you to say it.
Mr. Jeff, I would like to go surf fishing.
See, that's what I meant. That
Well done.
wasn't for me. It was for that reaction.
There you go.
I thought it might hit.
There's the answer.
All right, well, perfect. And,
That was like he
and
was
you know what,
elated.
Beef? We'll do it on a Saturday.
He was fired up, man.
We'll do it on a Saturday.
Yeah.
We'll do it on some any Saturday, by the way, and it's now in play.
He's cranked up.
Pick the Saturday, and if
He's
you want to
geeked up.
come, and we'll go out, or I'll come get him, and however you want to do it.
We'll do it. We'll do
Beef
it.
will document it, and it'll happen either.
Hopefully, we catch him.
and the
That's
next
what I really wanted for the kid to catch a fish.
Oh yeah. And the next couple of Saturdays, they'll go out and go surf fishing.
Maybe I'll take
now
a-
you're going to post this
Yeah, oh, yeah.
exclusive.
I'll
Okay.
share the exclusive.
Maybe we'll take a bluegill pole, just in case we have no luck. We'll stop at some little pond on the way home. Kids catching a fish.
You get a
one way or
line,
the other.
I get a pull, honey.
All right, well, there you go. It's settled. Chuck E. Cheese is out.
That was a genuine excitement. I enjoyed that.
I kind of thought he would. That's what I was hoping for. If he didn't have that, then that would be fine. We could do something else. I get that would be that, and it is. That's more up my alley than going to Chuck E. Cheese. But I've been to Chuck E. Cheese 1,000 times with kids. I could have managed.
Yeah. So there you have it. So surf fishing will be the payoff. It'll happen on a Saturday. Can happen on any Saturday in the month of May, and that'll be fine with me, and that'll be paid. And off we go
Then
to
we'll
the
move
next
on.
one. The other ones, we have only 2 in play. Is that
Are
correct?
they both me?
Beef right now, 2 in
Well,
play.
there's the golf picks as well when that resumes.
Oh yeah, golf
I'm
picks, which is
DAL on
Beef.
that.
Yeah, which by the way, this is great news because we really want Beef to spin. He hasn't had to spin
Short
yet.
If Beef loses, I want him to take me surf fishing.
Yeah. Beef loses, it's gonna be on like Donkey Kong. I mean, we're gonna come up with some doozies.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll do just like Jeff and refuse.
Wait, no, Jeff's been,
I've been putting a
Jeff's
lot
been
of-
pretty good.
There was debate.
What did
Which
I
one?
refuse?
The pee
one?
pants?
Oh no, he put it on. though.
Oh, okay.
Had it come up.
I'm just saying when things came up, there was discussion before they went on the board.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you can discuss.
But I put up the most damaging one so far.
Yeah,
with
no,
all due respect.
This is fair.
Beef, you are allowed to discuss. Though.
I put
Yes.
some,
Yeah.
and you
And
have
I've
some.
said I'm willing to do
you
the
have
attack
some
dog.
vetoes.
Yeah.
You have some vetoes.
You're what?
The attack dog, I'm on.
You're on.
We'll put you in
Throw
the,
it on there.
we'll
I
put
love
you in
the
the pea
attack
pants too. I mean, good for the goose, good for the
Hey,
gander.
I'll do the real deal.
So anyway, the only 2 are the Jets have to make the playoffs this year, or Jeff loses. That's a dime bet.
Well, at least Brady left. That
We got a
helps.
shot.
Yeah.
The Edelman catches is not looking good.
And the Edelman catches.
I have them both.
Yeah, Edelman catches is a
I got
disaster.
screwed there. That almost should be disallowed.
No.
Damn it.
Yeah. So Edelman.
The good thing about Edelman catches is
Edelman catches. By
I
the
need
way,
him to play like another 6 years, and I'll outlast you.
Jeff says that Edelman will set the postseason record for most playoff catches and pass Jerry Rice. He needed like 30-some.
I needed a playoff run this year, and I would have been in
Yeah.
play. But now I'm screwed. I mean, they're not even going to go to the postseason. I need Edelman to somehow land on a playoff team for 3 years.
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
You know,
Be
but,
tough, though.
I'm gonna lose that one.
Yeah. So Edelman
idiot.
and Jets are the 2 that are out there, and there'll be more to come. But anyway, this will be the payoff. The other one was the fish slap, the legendary fish slap, which probably stands as the best.
It looks like it's going to be It's going to be a very fishy dime board this time around.
Yeah,
It's
that's true.
Very
A lot of
fishy
fish.
loss.
A lot of
All right,
fishing.
we disagree on something that I want to bang heads with you when we come back on the other side here on a Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday, and that is how to approach college football in the season.
Yes.
And we don't have to contrive this argument. I think we really are on exact opposite ends of the spectrum. So I will beat you in an argument debate when we return.
Wonderful.
Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday.
The 1010XL studios are kept clean by Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
She's homegrown.
Your father's listening to the radio.
She's Jacksonville's sweetheart.
Well, it's a little cheesy, but...
And she's one of the boys.
Just behave, okay?
She's Lauren Brooks. Afternoons on 1010XL.
I'm Brian. I'm proud of my years of military service. When I was 58, doctors told me I had the heart of a 37-year-old man. They told me that after my transplant surgery, when that man's heart became mine. I needed that transplant because I smoked and got heart disease. If you're a smoker, here are some tips in case that happens to you. First, You have to quit smoking for good before you can even get on a transplant list. So quit now. And if you're like me, before I had my transplant, you may need a new defibrillator put in your chest. If you do, ask if the surgeons will use the same incision line every time. That'll cut down on the number of scars you'll have. And never feel sorry for yourself. I don't. I only feel sorry for my family and the family of that 37-year-old man.
Call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW or visit tobaccofreeflorida.com to quit your way. Developed by CDC.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. Holy great deals, Batman. How do we do it? Murray Superstores offer an exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty. So stop paying those big city prices at those big city dealers. Shazam! And we'll trade anything from kitchen mops to laptops. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Slip and falls can be embarrassing, leaving you in pain and feeling like you've lost control. I'm Eli Anajar from the law offices of Anajar and Levine. After a fall, document the scene by taking photographs and make sure to get medical attention for any injuries you may have. If you've been injured in a slip and fall accident, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life.
Office in Jacksonville.
Hicken here. Need help cleaning and sanitizing your home? Give Zero Res a call. Zero Res is on the front lines when it comes to fighting against germs and viruses. Zero Res has been providing a cleaner and healthier living environment in Jacksonville homes for more than 15 years. Zero Res, spelled forwards or backwards, man. It's the right way to clean.
Give us your hot take.
Pop quiz, hot shot.
On the 1010XL text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm awake and I speak English, so yeah, I do know what you're saying.
Be part of the conversation. 641-1010.
Blue here for Streamsong Golf Resort and Spa. Play the Black Course, which Golf Week ranked as the third best course in the state of Florida. I played Streamsong many times, and there's nothing like it. Golf Digest gave Streamsong the 2020 award for the best golf resort. Stay and play packages are available. Several restaurants, spa, pool, fishing, sporting clays, perfect for your golfing buddies or the whole family. Call Streamsong today at 863-428-1000 or go to streamsongresort.com.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist is committed to standing strong against the virus. They will continue to treat orthopedic trauma and acute injuries during this time. Receive assistance away from ERs and urgent care waiting rooms. For more information, go to se-ortho.com.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
You might remember the name Tommy Hiller, played at Bowles, played for Steve Spurrier down in Gainesville. Bottom line is, when you spend that much of your life playing for Corky Rogers and Steve Spurrier, a job well done is kind of your main priority. So when you visit Florida Fence and Rail, you are going to get a job well done. Looking to sell to fence contractors, but a homeowner in need of a fence? Call Florida Fence and Rail. Florida Fence and Rail, located in Maynard, got a huge warehouse, have technology and equipment no one else has. Best in the business is Florida Fence and Rail. Look them up today at floridafenceandrail.com.
Hey, it's Rick Ballou. While these weeks are challenging for most of us, my friends at McGowan's AC are trying to make you more comfortable by offering special financing on the new AC system now. How does no payments and no interest for 12 months sound? Let me say that again. No payments, no interest for 12 months with credit approval. For easy details, visit McGowan'sAC.com or call 264-COOL. McGowan's AC, the official heating and air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
License number CMC 1250075.
Shout out to the staff over at the Jewel and Tinkery Golf Club. That's my home golf course. Man, they are working above and beyond to keep you safe and sanitary. One person per cart, total clean after every round of golf of the golf carts, distancing, any and everything they can to get you out on what has now been proven and documented to be great during these times, and that's getting out, enjoying some sunshine, some exercise, and quite frankly, a lack of stress. The Jewel and Tinkery Golf Club is open. They're there to serve you. They're doing an unbelievable job of keeping you safe in these times, so set your tee time today.
Future Home Loans is here for you. We realize you are untouched by the current pandemic. As we all deal with the new normal, we are particularly concerned for those who may have questions about their mortgage or forbearance. We welcome your questions and concerns.
We're veteran-owned, firmly rooted in the community as your neighbor. In the near future, you will see unprecedented low mortgage rates, as there has never been a better time to get your plan together with Future Home Loan.
So visit us at future.loans. That's future.loans. Your future is bright.
1010XL and Jumpin' Jack's House of Food want to help feed those who are in need or helping others during these trying times. To buy one, give one, go to Jumpin' Jack's House of Food. Buy 2 meals, and one of those meals will be donated to a City of Jacksonville first responder.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
All right, our drill poll question of the day presented by the Edge Group. You need to sell your property fast, residential, commercial. You can call them at 904-474-5851. If the Jags open with non-conference games, which we believe will happen, what will the record be after 4 with the Pack Lions, Vikings, and Bears? 900 votes are in. 2-2 is at best 35%. 55% go 1-3, and I didn't put in 0-4. So really 4-0 and 3-1, a combined 8%. So not a lot of optimism yet with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The schedule comes out tonight. I believe it's released at 7:30 to the media, embargo till 8. I think that's kind of how it works. I don't know. They got the show at 8, and once 8 o'clock hits, then all bets are off. But
who's the first that leaks it?
Things will start to leak. It's always fun to watch that happen. Has anything leaked yet? Have you seen anything at all?
Nothing has leaked yet.
Not one thing has leaked. Usually we have a few leaks by now.
No, here's the Clayton thing.
Which
was the non-conference game.
Here's what else is going to happen.
Yeah.
It'll happen about 4 o'clock, and people will start putting out the fake schedules. Like they'll put out, the so-and-so plays this, and then it'll turn out it won't be that.
Yeah.
That's so funny. When you're in the news business, that is front of mind. When you're not in the breaking news business, like at a news station where you have to run a crawl or make a report, just sit and wait on it to come. I don't need to get like the Jags will play the Titans week 3. Whatever. Just 8 o'clock, I'll look at the schedule.
Earl Thomas has released a video and said, stuff like this happens, bro. Well, do married husbands
have orgies with their brother and,
Yeah, do they do that?
I don't think so.
She apparently busted into the
Tryst
and said,
they were in the
I
sack.
got something for you hoes.
Yeah.
With a loaded gun in her hand.
Oh, yeah. That got real.
That thing's real.
Got real in Earl Thomas land.
I got something for you, hoes.
Out there, I think they were like in Austin. They were in the hometowns of one of them. But yeah, that's when you realize if you're Mrs. Thomas that perhaps I married the wrong guy.
You know what's funny is I ran across.
I knew I didn't like you hanging out with your brother.
I ran across the Crabtree catch at Texas Tech when they beat Texas.
Yeah. Right.
Graham Harrell threw it down to about the 5.
He kind of tiptoed in.
And Earl Thomas was the safety for Texas. He came over and didn't hit him. And Crabtree ran into the end zone, and I was like, hey, there's Earl Thomas. I saw this just the other day. I was thinking of Earl Thomas, and then this comes out. So just odd timing. Earl Thomas now with the Baltimore Ravens and still a pretty good football player. He also, of course, famously flipped off Pete Carroll when he was getting carted off the field with a broken leg. If I'm not mistaken.
That was just the bat signal for get the condo ready, bro. Here we come.
Maybe that is. That could be correct. I don't know.
Pete Carroll, I got something for you.
My man is on a lockdown in Texas who gets with his brother, and they conspire to rent an Airbnb to bring the, quote, hose home to.
Yeah.
And then she finds out, and they literally bust in and find them in the act.
Bills owner Kim Pagula says the next steps for the opening of sports must be done slowly. The video conference took place before Roger Goodell's memo saying, hey, don't talk about this stuff. About how the COVID-19 outbreak and plans to deal with it. Pagula was deferring to centralized messaging, but she's also realistic about the complications of bringing players from around the country together for anything resembling a training camp or a season. Quote, we can figure out a way to get our players back in the building and be safe by doing it slowly and with guidance from the league and the CDC and government officials. And then internally, it's taking it slow so there's no setbacks. I think that's the only way we can really get us back over time into having a game and having fans.
I have this fear, Dan. You tell me if you share this. In my mind, I envision they get them together, and the first person that tests positive for COVID, the setback is like the end game. Like, I don't know. Right. Like, if one gets it, we send him home, like a normal situation.
Let's be clear. That's going to happen.
I know, that's what I mean.
Somebody's going to get it.
Is a setback an end game? Like, are we coming back and then the first person that has it, and then we're quitting?
You have to know that somebody's going to get it, and then you have to have a plan when somebody gets it.
And then you test them, and then you know what? And I would say this, and you have to just live by your injury report. And if you got 7 guys that get COVID and you miss them for 2 weeks, too bad. Just like a sprained ankle.
Right.
That's the part. I mean, these finely tuned athletes, Dan, it's been pretty documented with the number of cases we have are the least vulnerable.
Well, did you see the report in Major League Baseball that I think they tested for the antibodies of like 400 and only 1% had it.
They just,
a small
people
number.
don't have it as much as we thought. Now, whether that's by the
I don't know.
design.
You say that, and then you see others
they
get
keep
tested.
saying
There's a
this
high
antibody
percentage.
thing. I mean,
I
they
know.
keep
Nobody
saying.
knows. That's the whole point.
I mean, here's another thing, too. Duval County, 4% of the tests are positive. That's 4% of the tests, not population.
Right.
I mean, there's only been 28,000 tests.
Right.
So, I mean, of the population, 0.0000 is who's testing positive. So that also confuses people.
And then there's 2 different tests. You test for the antibodies and you test for the virus.
If you're sick or you think you're sick, you test for the virus. And if you just want to test for the antibodies to see if you've had it, I'm positive that I haven't had it because I've had one test.
And
I
if you
haven't felt
have
bad.
the antibodies, does that mean you can't get it again? That also is not yet to be
the one
proven.
thing that I'm not buying, I do believe, and I could be wrong, and I'm not saying it's necessarily irresponsible, but I do think there is a rule through fear aspect to this whole storyline. I mean, I think the worst case scenario eventually just floods any thought that you have because that is the one that has presented, and maybe that's necessary because of the ultimately the death rate or whatever it may be. I don't believe that there are thousands and thousands of people walking around feeling totally healthy and having the COVID. I think when they say I think there's something. You were going to get a throat or a fever for 10 minutes, something. I mean, if at the end of the day, look, you're not sick if you don't feel sick. I mean, it's maybe you're carrying something. God knows what any of us are carrying, and I don't want to get scientific, but it just seems counterintuitive, I should say. Seems counterintuitive to be deemed to have had a sickness when you feel 100% healthy.
Yes.
That doesn't make sense.
You wanted to talk about college football, the plans for college. There's no real plan for college football yet.
Well,
again,
the problem is there's 50 plans, and they're all yapping. And
right. Some are coming back. Some aren't coming back. Well, I shouldn't say that. More and more schools are saying we're coming back in the fall with students. I think we both agree that, and most people agree that, you can't have college football if you don't have students.
That's correct.
If you don't have students on campus, then how can you play?
It's too bold an admission that you're just in it for the money.
Yeah. And we also understand that more so than NFL, while the NFL would certainly take a hit, they talk about it being like $100 million a week if you don't have fans in the stands.
That's not per team.
$3.2 billion total.
But that's not per team, right? That's for
each week.
For the league, the
the
entire
league would lose like about $100 million.
Okay.
So, which adds up to $3.2 billion.
Well, it's also just
lose.
That's $3 million a team.
Right. So I think I saw that.
That sounds about
college
right.
football. It's not. It's
economy.
Yeah. The towns of college football. We have Gainesville, Florida. We have Auburn, Alabama.
Thousands of them. Knoxville.
Yeah.
All of them.
A lot of smaller towns where they count on those 6 or 7 home games a year.
And by the way, don't lose sight of this. With the urgency of having college football and fans in the stands. These are all small towns whose economies are already wrecked from the shutdown.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like Jacksonville bumps back. We don't count on 6 home games to be the difference maker.
Right.
These cities, these towns, some of them may face bankruptcy if there's no college football.
So that's part of the equation. Then the other part of the equation, and let's not keep our head in the sand, football drives the athletic budget at every school that plays football.
But in fairness, that's from that part of it is from the TV deal. So that's not from having games at home. That's just like you can't derive enough income from having a home game.
It's a lot more balanced in college football than it is in pro football. Pro football, the TV deal is astronomical. College football. Now, the SEC network pays out a nice chunk of change to schools. But again, it's not – there's no comparison when it comes to the NFL and college football. But college football needs when Florida swimming has to travel to Columbia, Missouri, they're not making any money. They're losing money, okay? When the Florida men's golf team is playing in a tournament in Alabama, they're losing money, okay? That money that they lose comes from football. Football pays for all the other sports. When the women's lacrosse team is going up to Syracuse to play, that trip loses money. Okay, so football, all the money that they make from football covers the athletics budget. No football, all the other lots of money gets lost.
The SEC, if the University of Florida, if they play football this year, will get $23 million for just the SEC TV package. That dwarfs anything they're going to get from playing 6 or 7 home games with fans in the stands, right?
I understand that, but football, yeah, even without that, football is and pays for everything else.
But right,
basketball helps.
Well, but you could. Florida can't fund its athletic programs based on game day. That's not true. They don't make near enough to do that.
Sure, it is because they used to. No, that's absolutely true.
They need the TV. They need the TV money.
They need it, but they don't. That only adds to it. They used to do it without the TV money.
Yeah, but because they used to not send volleyball teams to Missouri.
Sure, they. Well, okay, but they sent them everywhere else. I mean,
in buses.
Nah. They didn't bust
When I was at school, the University of Florida took a bus to Georgia to play basketball. It's changed, dude. Bunny and
we heard that Billy Donovan took a bus to Georgia to play basketball.
I'm not talking about it.
So.
I'm talking right, but I'm saying that was why they traveled.
I understand that. It still loses. They're all losing propositions, whether you bus or you fly. The bottom line is, anytime the sports program takes a journey somewhere, be it even baseball. Baseball goes and plays a 3-game set in wherever, College Station.
I get that. I guess money. The only thing we differ here is you need them both.
Well, this is not the argument. The argument is simply this: they're going to play football if they have to, and come hell or high water. And if certain schools don't want to be a part of it, then they're not going to be a part of it.
I disagree with that.
Yeah.
I think the SEC, as a league, needs to make a decision where they're going to play. And if there's 2 or 3 schools that can't play because of legitimate, pandemic-related reasons.
They'll tell them to take the year off, and I'm just telling you, they're going to do it.
Well,
if you can get 12 of the 14 to play or 11 of the 14 to play or even 9 of the 14 to play, they're going to play. And they'll schedule accordingly, and they'll play. Listen, they'll come up with a schedule where I wouldn't be surprised, by the way, if college football, which, and again, we're all speculating here, but college football says, all right, we're going to have 10-game regular season. We can only do 10. We're going to dump the
I'll bet you.
And by the way, this will hurt the smaller schools, but we're not playing Tennessee Sky Martin this year.
I will dime bet that there ain't a Power 5 league that plays with part of its members and other schools not playing. They're going to have to.
I'm not willing to make that bet because I don't know.
I think they've got to reach a
I think if it comes
consensus.
to that, I will make that bet.
I just don't understand that, or we're going to reach a point where then you may not be right for our league. There's not that much disparity between Nashville
Vanderbilt's
and
not right for the SEC. It never has been.
Well, but they are. They are in it, and they are part of the schedule. Florida plays them every year, so whether or not you think they should be, they are. So my point being, through this, if 11 SEC schools decide they can play and 3 don't, then maybe those 3 either going to have to join even though they don't want to, or maybe look for another conference. And maybe they'll use this excuse to pare down to what everyone really wants, a 60-team Division I with a 16-team playoff and a 10-game schedule and no throwaway games on the sched. And that only happens if you eliminate playing non-Power 5 and FCS schools. That's only going to happen if you have a 60-team, 60-school with everyone and I guess more the argument I was going to say, it wasn't about will they or won't they. I don't think they should. And I'm sports first guy.
Yeah.
I mean, at some point, and I know it's just semantics that it's, quote, amateur athletics.
I don't know. That point, that ship sailed years ago. So I don't.
But I don't, to treat it like 100% like it's pro sports, I don't know. Anyway.
I got some recruiting news when we come back. Our recruiting guru sent me some information that I thought was interesting and in terms of schools and what they offer, who they offer. So we'll have that for you on the other side. It's interesting to me. We got that and more rolling along here on a scheduled day edition of The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Belly up to the bar and talk about your team.
You wanna go where everybody knows your name.
Jacksonville's Sports Radio. 1010XL. Where friends meet.
We've all faced difficult times, and you deserve a break. That's why we created our exclusive Beaver Cares campaign to help stimulate our local economy and offer you unprecedented savings. No payments for 6 months, $1,000 cash back, 0% financing, and up to $6,000 more for your trade. Plus, with the purchase of every vehicle, you will support a local business and receive a $200 gift card of your choice. Visit beavercares.com for more information on how you can support the recovery of our community together.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Multi-unit hair grafting is now available at IHRS and can give you 3 times more hair in one procedure over a traditional hair transplant.
Multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
You can grow your hair back with this exclusive new procedure. Call now for your free evaluation and see if multi-unit hair grafting or PRP can restore your hair. Call 904-777-IHRS.
My bald spots are gone. Thanks, IHRS.
IHRS is the only clinic in the Southeast to offer all proven solutions to restore your hair and is now offering multi-unit hair grafting. One procedure, more hair.
You've got nothing to lose but more hair. I feel younger, I look younger, and who doesn't want to feel better about themselves?
This year, grow your hair back. Call for a free evaluation. Call IHRS 904-777-IHRS 777-4477.
Hey guys, Hicken here. My friends at Bueller Air Conditioning are continually taking heightened precautions for you and their staff as they enter your home. The heat is here, and Bueller Air wants you to have the peace of mind that they're safely serving you. They communicate to each homeowner as they engage in best practices like sanitizing, staying 6 feet away, while always using gloves and foot covers. A local business providing an essential service so you can still stay cooler with Bueller.
Bueller Air, stay cooler with Bueller.
On Harrell & Harrell's website, you can see the money we've recovered for our injured clients. What you can't see is our hard work that we all put in every day for each client, and hard work gets results. Harrell & Harrell. Call us. Offices, Jacksonville.
Attention diesel mechanics. Republic Services is now hiring in Duval and St. Johns County. And with Republic Services, new diesel mechanics get a $2,000 sign-on bonus, a $1,000 yearly tool allowance, and competitive benefits. Republic Services will even pay for your ASC certifications and offer a bonus for each certification earned. Join the Republic Services team and make a positive impact on your community and environment today. Visit republicservices.jobs for more information and to apply. Wear the star, drive your career.
Fishing is more fun when you catch something.
Look at that fish!
The Moe's Southwest Grill Fishing Forecast with Captain Kevin Favor. Brought to you by Ring Power and Tire Outlet. Thursday night at 7 on 1010XL AM.
Welcome to Moe's! We are open, offering stress-free ordering and tamper-resistant packaging on all to-go, curbside, delivery, home meal kit, and drive-through orders. At Moe's, we're here for your family during these difficult times and taking every measure possible to ensure that your family stays safe while enjoying your favorite Moe's entrees you've grown to love. From the Moe's family to yours, thank you for your business. We'll get through this together. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay hungry, and welcome to Moe's.
If you could hear a DQ treat, what would it sound like? A Blizzard treat sounds like family board game night. A Sunday sounds like an indoor movie marathon. And a Fudge and Crunch cake sounds like a birthday wish come true. Ah, the sweet sound of treats. Use takeout or visit the DQ drive-thru for all your favorites. Thank you for making us part of your together.
Mother's Day is coming this Sunday. I'm Frank Franchi, and may I suggest you send Mom a beautiful arrangement from Kuhn Flowers. Color her world and remember Mom the old-fashioned way with an arrangement for the best. Kuhn Flowers.
The Edge Group wants to buy your house right now. If you need to sell your house, get an all-cash offer and close in as little as 10 days. Don't waste another day letting your house sit on the market. Beat the rush, get your home sold, and get it sold for the most money. Put cash in your pocket right now. Whether it's old, new, in need of repairs, the Edge Group will buy your home, and it won't charge you a penny in commission. So don't wait. Right now is the best time to sell and protect your equity and future. Call the Edge Group right now and get an all-cash offer at 474-5851. No one helps more homeowners get more money than the Edge Group, so call them now at 474-5851. There is no obligation, no risk. Call the Edge Group today to see what your home is worth and get an all-cash offer today from the Edge Group at 474-5851. The Edge Group at Keller Williams Realty.
Write down everything you own and what you think it's worth. In the event of a covered loss, that's exactly what you'll need to do. Prepare with our home inventory checklist. Log on to southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
If it's a house party instead of going out with all that's going on, make sure to drop into Daly's and grab a cold case to go. From Bud Light to their new seltzer, from Mick Ultra to Modelo, your favorite crafts like Bold City or Sweetwater, grab and go at your local Daly's.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
All right, welcome back. It's Thursday, schedule release day coming up tonight. So that'll be fun. Looking forward
Looks like
to that.
NFC, the first 4 games, that's kind of the rumor that the NFL is going to play the non-conference games the first 4 weeks in case they have to shorten the season.
Right.
It's the only reason you would do that. So they haven't said that's the reason, but that's the reason. If you have to cancel 4 games or shorten your season, the non-conference games have less impact on the playoffs.
All right, so 2021 football team recruiting rankings as we look at them. Ohio State's 1, Tennessee's 2, North Carolina. So Tennessee and North Carolina, sort of the newcomers. Iowa 6. Minnesota 7.
This is also a very, very dangerous time. Just tell me what Alabama is.
Yeah.
Right, 32nd or something. So we're way early. Some teams, by the way, that are good recruiters are not bothering with this pandemic time, and these others are trying to strike.
I think this is a signal that the dynasty is coming to an end.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
In Tuscaloosa.
Clemson doesn't seem to be having a problem.
Clemson
what bothers me about
fourth.
Dan?
Florida's 5th.
Here's what I don't understand: is there a rush in Gainesville? And then you can tell me the dirty deeds. Is there a rush in Gainesville to announce a commitment before it's firm enough? It's like I've never seen a program get more commitments and lose them like a month later.
I don't know.
I mean, they're too bad. They had like the number 15 kid in the country who decommitted and went to Tennessee.
Yeah.
We got another one that's decommitted and gone to Tennessee. And now this Isaiah Wilson barely stepped on campus before he decided to leave.
Is this right that Alabama only has 3 commits so far?
Well, I think it's right. I know they're 32nd, which
57th.
57th, yeah. Be honest with you, be 57th with 3 commitments is kind of impressive.
Well, anyway, the Gators sent me a list.
Ox Gator.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of offers. In other words, 2021 offers. Like, who do you think would make, like, schools that have made the most offers to kids? In other words, how many offers do you make to get your 15 commits? So who do you think would lead the way?
In Florida, it'll be 25 this year, by the way.
In offers. 25 in what?
They'll probably sign 25 guys.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm just saying right now, though, like, for example, the schools at the top would be Ohio State has 17 commits. Tennessee has 18 commits. North Carolina has 14. Clemson has 10. Florida has 12. Iowa has 15. Minnesota has 15. So right now they're between like 10 and 15.
So
verbals. Again.
So you're asking me how many of your 15
How many offers have you made to get the 15?
Oh, I'd say 50.
50? Yeah, leading the way is Nebraska and Tennessee. They're tied for number 1. They've offered 392 kids each.
Huh. That doesn't seem smart.
Well, you have to get the numbers. I mean, this is, so
392?
Yeah. It's a lot of kids, huh? You got to remember, there's a lot of schools you're going up against. So,
do we know who's third? Is there a big drop off between those two?
No, Kansas is 367.
Well, Kansas is more understandable. They're all 2-star.
Is it Nebraska understandable too? They're trying to.
Well, Nebraska and Tennessee are desperate to get back to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get that. I'm saying, what has Clemson offered?
West Virginia 367, Kentucky 317.
Golly, that's a lot of offers.
Michigan 275, Florida State 255, Florida 238. Miami 234.
I would say this about college football. Then they're offering way too haphazardly. And I don't feel bad at all now for Florida or anyone when a kid comes and then leaves after 10 minutes. You literally have offered 300 kids that can't come if they want to, and you've told them they can.
Why can't they come?
You can't sign that many.
No, but they know they're not going to.
Bottom line is, at the end of the day, if you offer 329, then you better have 329 spots.
That's not how the game's played.
I understand that, but I,
mean,
don't feel bad.
You don't get yeses from it. You get 15 out of
300.
that.
There's no difference, though, in the face value of me offering and then saying no as you saying yes and then saying no. That's my point.
Not. So it's a dirty, right, Jeff? It's dirty on both sides.
It changes my mind on any player who goes to a school and then decides to leave before he ever gets there. Okay.
Alabama's offered 185. They can't take 185.
No, I don't literally think that they can get all these. I'm surprised at the rate.
If the Bear were there, they would.
I'm surprised the ratio is that small, though.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you have to offer 390 to get 30.
Georgia's offered 196. Oklahoma's offered 165. Auburn 193.
Well, here's what I do, Dan.
Notre Dame. Now, here's one of the higher institutions, maybe. Notre Dame 130. Stanford 42. UCLA 75, but Chip doesn't want to recruit.
Stanford is in on one of the kids Florida is in on.
Okay, well.
One of those receivers.
Northwestern 94.
Famous 3-stars Dan Mullen loves so much. I'll go get a Texas 3-star, and you can have the 5-star third best player in the country. We'll
so
come at you
my
with
point is this:
5-10.
Tennessee and Nebraska are playing the numbers game a little bit too, and you offer 400 kids.
Why wouldn't you do this if you were Tennessee or Nebraska?
Uh-huh.
Why wouldn't you just go find the 169 Alabama offers, subtract the top 35 guys that and then go hard at the bottom 130?
Well, I'm sure they go hard at 400
No, but my point
kids.
is say, hey, look, Alabama's offering you. You're a really good player. You know they're not taking you, right? You understand where you are. That's what I would do.
I would say they must offer every single kid on the ESPN 300 board or the 24/7 board.
Just send them a letter. Hey, by the way, come on. Never seen you play, but
we'd love to have you. We've watched your tape. You're great. Come on up for a visit.
I saw your name and a clickable link on the ESPN 300. I said, good enough.
Yeah, but it's amazing to me that it is.
See,
surprising.
Alabama likes you, kid. Would you like to come here?
Right. The number of players that have been at least offered. So that's fascinating to me. How many kids get offered? Like FSU is 44th right now with 5 commits, and they've offered 255 kids. That means they're getting 1 out of 25. Right? Is that correct?
Something like that.
Yeah, 1 out of 25, basically. 255.
I wonder how. I and again, I don't. I question these numbers. Like, I do. I question that a school has offered 329 kids. They might be willing to take 700, but you literally you type up letters and send them to 329 kids.
Yeah.
What happens the one day that 84 writes you back? Yeah, I'm in, coach.
Apparently that's never happened.
And it's amazing, isn't it? If Alabama or Clemson call you, all right, and they offer you, as soon as you get the offer, you know what they should do would make recruiting a lot more interesting? They should make it that if you offer, you have to take them. How fun would that be? That would change the game, man. You have to really be good at what you're doing. Now they don't have to come, but if you offer them, you have to take them. That would add some parity. That would add some parity.
Okay, well then you'd have to make the same rule for the kid though. If you say you're coming, then you have to go.
Well, that's fine.
If you give a verbal,
that doesn't happen as much as the other way around.
Sure, it does.
Going into signing day, there's a dozen.
By signing day, but how many kids right now are saying,
"Oh, well, that
I'm going here, I'm going there"?
Well, I would put it. Well, I would say this: I'm okay with but the deadline for that will be later.
Oh,
maybe just don't mention it one way or the other, or however you do it. But
it's I
think what you do this, kids wouldn't accept. They would just wait.
I mean, we all know that this is it's an awful thing. The whole recruiting game is terrible. Ask at every level.
That number of offers to me is amazing, though.
Oh yeah. All right, let's do this. Let's crank it up for the 9 o'clock nasty.
Oh well, settle down.
We're gonna get really into orgies. We've used that word today.
We've already used orgies. We've used b-hole. We've used
butthole. We've said numerous times.
Butt masks.
Butt masks. We've
made
used.
the show today.
I wonder what's inside your butthole.
What kind of parent raises a child who walks around wondering what's inside other people's
It's called curiosity.
How do you come up with astronauts or aliens, though?
Hey, man.
Well, because you're a kid. What do you want to be up in there? A turtle?
Dinosaurs?
This is a drill. It's a Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday. We'll see what's trending next hour and much, much more right here on 92.5 FM.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.